bliss. Knowledge is suffering.
There are some things you don't
There
need
are some
to know.
things you don't
I
need
want
to know.
why.
I want to know why.
Do you?
Do you?
What's the best way to get to know someone? Their dating profile.
Hell yeah!
Date me!
I am a proud New York Jewish girl.
And I'm a black Philly boy.
I've never had a dating profile. I don't know what to say.
I had all the dating profiles. People say I say too much.
I've fallen in love with TikTok cosplayers and done nothing about it.
And I'm still waiting on Demi Lovato to respond to my DMs. Date me! I'm a riot at parties. I'll dance nonstop, especially after 3 shots.
I'm usually the DVD. I sit in the corner and watch the ridiculousness.
And I am the ridiculousness, so you don't ever have to worry that you're too embarrassing. Date me!
I'm a domestic goddess. I will cook, I will clean, but I'll also kick your ass.
And I'm a domestic couch potato. I'm good for gaming, cuddling during binge watching, and occasionally heating up your ramen. You're welcome.
My friends wonder why I haven't been wifed up yet. I don't know. Tell me.
Date me! I'll take you to the finest restaurants. And I'm hood too, so we can get to Wendy's on the way back.
I stay home. That's it. I just stay home.
Yo, and I'm hella loyal too. I ain't looking at nobody's ass, but your fine ass. With consent.
If you ever wanted to know what a simp was, well, you're looking at it.
Date me! Are you down for football Sunday, Monday, and Thursday?
Are you down for anime marathons?
Are you ready to down an entire carton of Ben & Jerry's in one sitting?
Gonna come to the kosher deli with me when I want latkes?
Gonna poetry and chill?
Wear any clothes that I make you?
Act out any scenes that I write you?
Come to Passover Seder with me.
Date me!
I'm a nerd.
I'm funny! Sometimes.
I'm always confused.
I'm a lover.
I'm a fighter.
I'm a feminist!
I don't know what the fuck I am.
I twerk!
Twerk till you drop. 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 Twerk till you drop.
Casey.
Date me!
Date me! Date me!
I serve death with a smile. I'm a temptress with the name Sweetheart. That's what they call me as they sit at my counter, waiting for my steady hands to pour steaming cups of coffee and cut slices of apple pie. They are all the same, reaching out and grabbing as though by walking through the door, they become entitled to me. Little do they know my steady hands often slip. And that's not sugar I'm adding. Hope those boys can hold their arsenic.
I am content. I am content. I wander through existence, existing to exist inside my dreams instead of reality. I hear that is a part of my depression to have this mentality. I see I'm not always happy. No one with a beating heart is, so I'm content. I pretend that I am ecstatic to fit some aesthetic college campuses have painted on brochures, but I feel like I'm waiting for a Kanye speech, wading through a Trump tongue lashing. I went deaf hearing that all lives mattering. Lord knows what'll happen, but I wish it wouldn't happen. I touch apps and scroll through timelines to pass time by. I grow sicker. I worry that if I'm stuck in the present, my future will leave me while I'm quarantining. I guess I am content. I understand, though it took many years, that anxiety is normal. I'm not the only one with fears, but I still feel lonely. I say that I understand that anxiety is normal for everyone, but what I really mean is that I could care less. This is my pain and mine alone. I dream of a single moment where I am seen. I am broken. I try to make this known, but I'm met with, there. It'll get better. I hope they're right. I hope this will pass. I hope for happiness. But until that happens, I am content. I am content. I am content. I am content.
Some days it feels like I've forgotten how to breathe. No matter how hard I try, I can't get my lungs to work. These days are always the worst.
But I have to get up and get dressed, go to class, go to work,
and pretend everything is okay. I've learned to hold myself to hide the shaking. I know how to talk and laugh and even sing without breathing. I've learned to bite my lip until I draw blood while keeping a smile plastered to my face. I know this isn't living. At this point, I'm just trying to survive.
say that ignorance is bliss, knowledge is suffering. There are some things you don't need to know. I want to know why. Do you? If ignorance is bliss, why aren't there more happy people?
Hate that we're so segregated, but I guess that's in our nature, said the blue shirt to the white shirt in the elevator. The white says, yes, there's a slight difference, but nothing too major, as the shirtless walked into the elevator. The blue says to the white, hey, you want to make a wager? I'll prove myself right in this elevator. He whispers to the shirtless with sharp whispers, just like a razor. The shirtless nodded and shut down the elevator. The white freaked out, being stuck with strangers. He felt as though his life was in danger. He questioned their weird, peculiar behavior. Shirtless asked a favor. Can we make a trader? Trading your white-collar job for my mountain of labor. The white-collar's head went south of the equator. Said he never worked. My family handed down my pater. Shirtless and blue shirt looked away and pushed the activator. Blue said, I guess you're the only remainder, 'cause at the end of the day, your kind will always be safer. They got off, shirtless in the basement, blue on two, and white left to savor, why he was the only shirt that deserved to be left on the elevator. Songs are life. They're my life, at least. The spiritual songs touch my soul the way my family never does. While my mom and mom bickered and worked, the TV colorfully babysat my body, soul, and mind. The stories take me to whole new worlds so I can escape from mine. They lure me away to see bare necessities instead of my menacing poverty. I search for a friend in my Woody doll, surrounded by bloody walls that reeked of alcohol, sex, and dirty deeds. My nose frequently bleeds out for only Tarzan to see. I cry. And I cry. And I cry. Yet I am not heard. No, instead I sit with sing-alongs from happy-ass songs far away from me. How can I grow to be a king like Simba when I have been so beaten and scarred? How can I make the medicine go down like Mary Poppins when I can't afford the medicine, let alone the sugar? How can I go the distance like Hercules without Zeus by my side? Only Hades. I thought Disney songs were life. Then the movie ends. What do I sing now?
Loving you was like lighting a match, watching the flame move towards my fingertips, waiting to get burned. Even though I knew it would hurt, I held on too tight. I kind of liked getting burned. Made me feel something, made me feel human. And I know that's not healthy, but back then I didn't care. After a while, I was covered in scorch marks. My fingertips were perpetually red. And then the matches stopped lighting. And that was a good thing, I guess.
How do you like the pizza? I like it too. Pizza oddly always reminds me of you. It's true. I had pizza in the backseat of a friend's car the night we met. A little drunk, I remember your face. Cute. Real cute. We started with late nights after Tinder swipes led to bad pickup lines, apprehension, 200 questions, intrigue of adolescence until we finally met. First sight after those chatty nights, differences in heights, you wore a short frame with tall fierceness. Fearlessness, you made me, take me, any night of the week, stay up till 3, class early but didn't care, I'd rather play rummy, watch movies, hold your hand, eat Chinese, lay in bed, kiss your head, kiss your lips, touch your hips, hair fall off shoulders, eyes wide, white hoodie you took from me, you drown in it, you look safe, you love me, you really love me. Take me away to a whole new land, an island, let it be as long as the nights we long for. Foggy cars, summer rain, turned winter snow, window panes decorated for holidays, spent one away, spent two with you, the next one too. Between first and next, we share tears, fears, and sheer panic, as well as laughs, smiles, and hugs, as well as anxiety, depression, obsession, then obsession with correction, corrections for protection, protection of connections, connection is perfection, perfection. Pittsburgh bridges, NYC skylines, Philly nightlife, and now Long Island bed. Best friends turned into best friend. Romance turned into romance. And one day we'll have France, but for now, we have this pizza. And it's a pretty good fucking pizza.
Being born in 1995 and growing up in Generation Fucked, I came of age in tandem with the World Wide Web. I'm actually older than Google. I was constantly warned, don't talk to strangers on the internet. Now, I've been told a lot of things that I ended up just completely disregarding, but nothing was more life-changing than this. And yes, it did take me a long time to finally ignore all those warnings from middle school, and yes, if you're a literal child, maybe you shouldn't talk to internet strangers. But I'm an adult, and reaching out to say hi was one of the best decisions I've ever made. If I hadn't, I would have never known some of my favorite people. I wouldn't be anywhere near as happy as I am now. They warn you not to talk to strangers on the internet. I am so glad I didn't listen.
They say that ignorance is bliss. Knowledge is suffering. There are some things you don't need to know. I want to know why. Do you? If ignorance is bliss, Why aren't there more happy people? We need to seek answers to questions we fear the answers to.
When I'm 26, I hope the world gets better, and that we're not stuck in the bad place, and that I could fully be me.
I'm now 26. I'm a real adult now. It comes with more baggage. I lost my pops to cancer. I lost my friend to COVID. But I gained faith via loved ones, smiles via loved one, hope via love. And so I learned to cry, laugh, and cry again when healing.
When I was 24, I learned that it was okay to be alone. No one has a say in my self-worth, except for me.
I remember 24. I learned that I'm not weak, I'm resilient. I beat poverty through perseverance. I beat expectation through strong will. And so I learned that I will survive.
When I was 22, I learned that liking girls is no easier than liking guys when you fall under the category of plus size.
I remember 22. I learned that black isn't a curse word. Bachelor's placed on paper instead of felon. My pops hugged me. My mama cried. I graduated. And so I learned that my future is in my control.
When I was 20, I learned that the world does not care. That they will always side with a man with a good future that shouldn't be ruined because of one mistake, instead of a victim who's hurting.
I remember 20. I learned that toxic love has many definitions. There are punishments for indecision as well as decisions. Being alone was a fear. It became home. And so I learned to accept myself as my best friend.
When I was 18, I learned to watch my drink, to walk with my car keys between my fingers, to do anything to stop something from happening.
I remember 18. I learned to be worried no matter where I go. College don't change race or race trauma. So I smoked the pain away, gained more friends. And so I learned to smile when hurting.
When I was 16, I learned to measure my self-worth by the number of times a guy looked at my tits and my ass.
I remember 16. I learned it takes too long for cops to show up in black neighborhoods when you need help and your friends are dying. And so I learned to tie a tie for many funerals.
When I was 14 years old, I learned that if a guy, any guy, wanted a girl like me, I should be flattered.
I remember 14. I learned that you were defined by your skin, labeled future felon for having melanin. I ran in the streets because I was told I was meant to. And so I learned to carry a piece for some peace.
I remember 14. I learned that you were defined by your skin, labeled future felon for having melanin, ran through the streets because I was told I was meant to. So I learned to carry a piece for some peace.
When I was 14 years old, I learned that if a guy, any guy, wanted a girl like me, I should be flattered.
I remember 16. I learned it takes too long for cops to show up in black neighborhoods when you need help or when your friends are dying. So I learned how to tie a tie for many funerals.
When I was 16, I learned to measure my self-worth by the number of times a guy looked at my tits and my ass.
I remember 18. I learned to be worried no matter where I go. College don't change race or race trauma, so I smoked the pain away, gained more friends. And so I learned to smile when hurting.
When I was 18, I learned to watch my drink, to walk with my car keys between my fingers, to do anything to prevent something from happening.
I remember 20. I learned that toxic love has many definitions. There are punishments for indecisions as well as for decisions. Being alone was a fear, but it became home. So I learned to accept myself as my best friend.
When I was 20, I learned that the world does not care. They will always take the side of some man with a bright future that shouldn't be ruined because of one mistake, instead of a victim who's hurting.
I remember 22. I learned that black isn't a curse word. Bachelor's placed on paper instead of felon. My pops hugged me. My mama cried. I graduated. And so I learned that my future is in my control.
When I was 22, I learned that liking girls was no easier than liking guys when you fall under the category of plus size.
I remember 24. I learned that I'm not weak. I'm resilient. I beat poverty through perseverance. I beat expectation through strong will. And so I learned that I will survive.
When I was 24, I learned that it was okay to be alone. No one had a say in my self-worth except for me.
I'm now 26. I'm a real adult now. It comes with more baggage. I lost my pops to cancer. I lost my friend to COVID. But I gained faith via loved ones, smile via loved one, hope via love. And so I learned to cry, laugh, and cry again when healing.
When I'm 26, I hope the world gets better. I hope we're not stuck in the bad place. I hope to be able to be fully me.
I used to look up at you. 6 foot whatever, Dickie uniform with the Timbs, different colognes depending on the day, but always sharp smelling. Manhood was an idea, but watching you work half the day, wanting to clock in for work more than clock out for vacations, leading with respect no matter where you went, always speaking with truth and putting others before you, manhood isn't theory after all. It's lifestyle. And you were that. I used to look up to you. You walked back into my life. I had no direction. 10 years passed, but you never let time into the room. Hours could turn into days as we played Madden till my eyes crossed. Fingers went numb. We drank and drank to keep the buzz charging our batteries, but it was never the liquor. I know that now. We were powered by laughter and love. I'm used to looking up at you. When I had nowhere else to go, young college grad with no career in sight, because what do you do with a bachelor's in theater, right? But you sheltered me while I came home smelling like airport, then came home smelling like coffee, then came home smelling like burgers, but you were proud all the same. Then one day I smiled as I told you I was finally going to grad school. I promised you Broadway seats and first class flights. You promised me big time support and infinite pride. I never forgot that. I'll always look up to you. When I'm down, when I'm up, when I need healing, when I need to praise, when I'm failing, when I'm winning, you taught me so much about what it means to be alive. I want to live for you every day. I love you, Anthony Satterfield. Model son who taught me how to treat a mother, devoted father of so many amazing kids, loving grandfather to the future of our family, the bestest best friend to half of Philly it seems at times, but most of all, the best man I've ever known. And I promise, every day of my life, I'll look up to you.
I am afraid of silence. The idea of being without an outside sound, without something to overpower my mind, unbearable. I'm afraid of my thoughts. The ways in which they turn from nonsense to pain happens too quickly, unavoidable. The mingling of silence and thoughts, one never far from the other, an endless cycle, unescapable. I am afraid of silence, unbearable. I am afraid of my thoughts, unavoidable. I am afraid of myself, unescapable.
I was born in white space. I screamed into the silence since birth no one could hear me. I was raised in white space. I crawled till I ran through silence. For years no one could see me. I am existing in white space. I live depressed in silence. Man in me, no one can help me. The white space, the silence, the deafening silence. I want to try and hear again. But in white space, the attempts are so tiring. So, it's easier to stand in silence.
Say that ignorance is bliss. Knowledge is suffering. There are some things you don't need to know. I want to know why. Do you? If ignorance is bliss, why aren't there more happy people? We need to seek answers to questions we fear the answers to. We often struggle with beauty, but there is beauty in struggle.
My love wants me to go to a bar one sticky August night. I do not drink, but I go because she asks me.
We dance with abandon, flailing out our limbs. She's taking tequila shots like a champ, and I'm standing by, ready to catch her if she stumbles.
I think our story is some kind of modern day fairy tale with an old red Civic instead of a white horse and two princesses, neither in need of saving. I help her up 4 flights of stairs to her tower in a building with a busted elevator.
She falls into an enchanted sleep, fully clothed and on top of the comforter, alcohol instead of magic coursing through her system.
I settle in on the floor since she's starfishing on the bed and stand guard armed with water and a trash can. She does not need true love's kiss to save her. This is not that kind of story. I'll be there in the morning with true love's coffee instead. And a kiss. Once she brushes her teeth.
Your eyes touch mine, but not as much as your words. Fuck giving me butterflies, you give me the birds. You're full of feelings, and you love to give them to me, yet the most important ones you lock away like slavery. It's complicated, I guess. We lay down. Texas-sized bed gives us space. So many things in here, but all I see is your face. Oh shit, no spare clothes. How was this outfit here? Well, it's the walk of shame for me, I fear. Oh God, it's complicated. This stress. I have trouble with not ending up at your place. Sitting with you, talking to you, feeling your warm embrace until you do shit like not cuddling after we do it or getting a bowl of cereal for one. Damn, you ruined it! Ugh! It's complicated. You see, for some reason, I still get nervous around you. I know the fight is over, but you got me anxious for round 2, even though you ain't the best that you know, and a personality to match the small height that you grow. It's complicated. Well, at least for me. I'm here. So are you. So let's try this again. We stand here not knowing, are we just friends? Well, for now, let's live life. Tying down is outdated. At least for now. God, what are we? I fucking hate it. It's complicated. It's complicated.
4 a.m. her alarm clock went off, but she was already awake. She had not yet gone to sleep. It was a Wednesday. Wednesdays are all the same, and she hated them. She stared out the window of her apartment while pouring her 5th or 6th cup of coffee. She had lost count. It had started to snow at 1, and now there was a consistent white blanket covering the street. Perhaps classes would be canceled. That would be nice. She wanted a cigarette, but she promised her roommate that she would quit, and she always tried to keep her promises. It was 4 a.m. and still snowing on a Wednesday. She felt as though she didn't exist, as though she could walk the streets without being seen or heard. It was a comforting feeling, but she couldn't understand why. It was cold inside the apartment. It felt good on the bare skin of her face and arms. The overhead lights in the kitchen made her pale skin seem translucent. It was strange seeing all of her blue veins carry blood away from her heart. She shrugged on a jacket. She went to the window and lit a cigarette. It was a Wednesday. Wednesdays are all the same, and she hated them.
We can't keep seeing each other like this. I know you're so good to me, but you're so bad for me. I can't keep putting myself in danger for you. You see,
I see you for exactly who you are. You bless take my breath away. You take my breath away. Milky milkshake. Our love will never melt away. Milky milkshake. Milky, 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 milky milkshake. Milky, 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 milky milkshake. Milky, 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 milky milkshake. Milky, milky, milky milkshake. I want you in every way. I think about you every day. Every flavor, every topping that you lay. I need you. You're my favorite drink. Oh, I'm obsessed in every way. Vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry. Baby, inject yourself in my. You bring all the boys to the yard, but I'm the only boy that wants your heart. I knew it was love from the start, and I'm missing you. You melt in the palm of my hands. I get brain freeze every time we dance. I crave you. Yes, I miss sipping you. Milkshake. You take my breath away. You take my breath away. Milky milkshake. Our love will never melt away. Milky milkshake. Milky, 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 milky milkshake. Milky, 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 take my milkshake. Milky, milky, milky milkshake. Milky, milky, milky milkshake.
Milky milkshake, you make my earthquake. I can't stand straight, you're so tasty. You drive me crazy, oh God, you save me. Every time we meet, it's like a mini vacay. Oh damn, I'm craving the way you break me. You leave me buzzing like a bumblebee.
Like a bumblebee?
Bzz, bzz, like a bumblebee. You the captain of my team, you the apple of my eye. You the subject of my dream, cause I dream until I sleep. Make my dreams sweet. I love the way you bring me peace, never cease, please. Treat me friendly, let's keep it a family. You a treat, make me smile so I creep back for more. Me or more, how I adore all the things you have in store in all the stores, yeah.
Milkshake. You take my breath away. You take my breath away. Milky milkshake. Our love will never melt away. Milky milkshake. Milky, 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 milky. Talking about all the milkshake and the shake together. Put it together. The milkshake and the shake. Milk and the shake. I said the milk with the shake. Shake up the milk. Now my stomach hurts. Now my stomach hurts. Now my stomach hurts. Now my stomach hurts. Too much milkshake. Anybody got some Pepto? Yeah.
They say that ignorance is bliss. Knowledge is suffering. There are some things you don't need to know. I want to know why. Do you? If ignorance is bliss, why aren't there more happy people? We need to seek answers to questions we fear the answers to. We often struggle with beauty, but there is beauty in struggle. People feel untouchable until they are touched.
November 9th, 2016. Opening night of Oklahoma at SUNY New Paltz. The day that Cheeto-colored fascist #NotMyPresident was elected.
The first time I was called a kike. The word knocked into me from someone taller, bigger, hiding in the hood of a sweatshirt. And my Star of David, my grandmother's Star of David, turned into a sterling silver noose, wrapping around my neck until it snapped, or until I stopped breathing. Whichever came first.
Look, I have so much to say to you, but running out of time. So I wrap this rap up tightly in between these tiny lines. Feeling so lost lately and I kinda wanna cry. And in between the tears and sighs, I kinda wanna die. I wake up every day fatigued, I hit the bed wide-eyed. 'Tis way too hard to sleep when I got sorrow on my mind. And when I look to you, you smile and wave to me goodbye. I try to catch and grab you, but you wind up out of sight. And now I'm out of oxygen, I'm out of oxygen. And now I'm out of oxygen, I'm out of oxygen. I can't deny, I can't deny, I can't deny, I can't deny. Fist balled up at the sky, balled up at the sky. Fist balled up at the sky, balled up at the sky. I wonder why, I wonder why. You make me wanna fight, you make me wanna fight. You make me wanna fight, you make me wanna fight. You make me wanna fight, you make me wanna fight. I said you make me wanna fight, you make me wanna fight. Much I wanna say to you, but now I'm out of time. It's time to put this rap to bed, it's time to say goodnight. No matter how lost I get, no matter how much I cry, I get back up and try to strive to change my fucking life. I'm exhausted from the grind, I won't stop till I retire. I look to you, I smile back, we've gotten so damn higher from the pits of hell I've been to life I live, and that is why I'm out of oxygen again, but now I know why. I wanna fight, I said I wanna fight. I said you make me wanna fight. I said you make me wanna fight. I wanna fight. I wanna fight. I said you make me wanna fight. Make me wanna fight. I said I wanna fight. I said I wanna fight. You said you make me wanna fight. Yeah, I wanna fight for you. I wanna fight. You make me wanna fight. I said you make me wanna fight. You make me wanna fight for you. I wanna fight.
They say that ignorance is bliss. Knowledge is suffering.
There
are some things you don't need to know.
I want to know why.
I want to know why.
Do you?
Do you? If ignorance is bliss, why aren't there more happy people?
We need to seek
answers to questions we fear the answers to.
We often
struggle with beauty, but there is beauty in struggle. People feel untouchable until they are touched. They say ignorance is bliss. Knowledge is suffering. I say bliss comes after suffering.
Like rainbows
after rain. Like relief after pain. Most things are things you need to know. I want to continue to know why. Do you?